We're Slim and Soph. We live in 10 meters on the water while we study, sail, and well, make these videos for you. We've been repairing and making upgrades to this old girl throughout the cyclone season, and after lots of trying moments, we are finally putting the last screws in and wrapping up our boat work to get back on the move. There is, however, still one more thing to do. For those of you that have been following along, you may have thought we have forgotten, but we can assure you we are not going anywhere while our forestay is hanging on by a thread. For those of you that are new here, we stumbled upon a pretty serious issue aboard Nakama. We've got some bad news. While I was up the mast this morning, I noticed something a little bit weird. It all started a few months ago while fixing an antenna on top of our mast. I couldn't help but notice the forestay in front of my eyes was showing some damage, and I wasn't that stoked about it. I don't even know what to say right now. We need a rigger. Hello, we need a rigger now. The forestay is a pretty important piece of the standing rigging. This cable right here stops our mast from crashing down backwards. If this were to happen, it would most likely be in the wild kind of weather where you really don't need anything going wrong. So upon finding this, we had some riggers come to inspect our situation.
We've got the fellas here from Quadrant Marine who know a lot more about everything rigging than us, and are going to go up the mast and have a little inspection for us and sort of let us know what it is that we're looking at up there.
The good news was,
standing rigging looks great,
but the forestay.
Our forestay is, I think the technical term for it was buggered, which is, you know, the not so great news.
The fellas here that inspected the rig for us said they had some availability to replace the forestay. However, we already had a long overdue appointment with the hardstand, so it had to wait. We arranged a date for when we splash back in.
No, we got pencil my own name in before, that was brilliant. We're booked in.
But upon discovering one of the transducers we just had installed was leaking salt water, we again had to get the boat out of the water. Well, it's been 3 days since we got dropped back in the water and we are back in the slip, delaying the fixing of the forestay again. So finally, with our boat floating, we tried to reorganize another date for the guys to come down. But for unforeseen circumstances, they were, and very apologetically, unavailable for an indefinite period of time. Knowing we were already a little bit behind schedule to leave, they suggested that we call around the place and see if we can get anyone else to fix it for us. Alright, so we've just had Marlin Marine literally just rock up out of nowhere. We haven't even had a chance to say what's been going on. That's how just like spontaneous and like we just thought we had all the time in the world to explain what's going on, but now it's already happened. Firstly gonna say Marlin Marine just rocked up and they've just pulled off the forestay. The guys informed us that the forestay only had about half its strength. As our rigging is only 4 years old, this damage came as a surprise. So we've quizzed them for reasons as to how this could have potentially occurred. They said often spinnaker halyards can be caught in the furler and cause damage to the forestay while furling the headsail. This explains the appearance of the damage. It appears like it's sort of unraveled in a way. And also why we have an empty spinnaker block at the top of our mast. This said spinnaker halyard came crashing down on our deck during a wild sail. It snapped at a chafed point, but until now we never thought anything of it and put it down to being an old line. But now we're putting the 2 and 2 together and it's all making sense. This means we have most likely been sailing with our forestay like this for over a year. So kids, if you're waiting on a sign to check your rigging, this is it. They're taking it away, they're fixing it, and hopefully they're going to be back in this same day. Which is absolutely just like, what the hell, we weren't expecting this at all. So that is like such good news, such a relief.
Because what happens to us often is things come up last minute that prevent us from doing what we intend. We were going to be sitting in a limbo stage with quotes saying like 6 months, 3 months, 2 months, maybe never. There was a chance this year wasn't going to happen for us. Let's put it that way.
So yes, upon calling alternate riggers, we were told either no, they weren't taking any more jobs, or there would be a minimum 6 months wait, which got us thinking we weren't going to be doing what we wanted to be doing this sailing season. So when these guys rocked up out of the blue after saying there was most likely no chance for them to do the job, we were very surprised.
Well, that escalated quickly.
But not gonna argue because holy moly, this is absolutely amazing.
They're nice guys. Here we go.
A couple of hours after removing the forestay, they were back to reinstall the new one.
Yeah.
Solid effort.
Suck my stomach in.
Thanks guys. See you soon.
And just like that, the job is done. I can't even begin to explain that this was not what we were expecting at all today. And we are so stoked that that is done by literally like 1 o'clock. And we didn't even know they were coming today. Or ever. We didn't think they were ever coming. But now it's done. Like, awesome. Thank you guys so much. You don't understand how much this means to us. Oh, we can sail this season. We can sail and we can leave soon.
Get sail up the silo.
Yeah.
Alright.
Well, all that is left to do is to put the heady back up. And we are now officially ready for the cruising season, which will take us over the top end of Australia. So guys, we will see you next Monday for the first episode of season 2, Sailing Nakama Over the Top.
Subscribe if you haven't already yet. Thanks for coming. See you then. Hooroo.